You know the Swindler guy? He did that to me.
When a girl squirts during sexual intercourse, is that just piss? What is more commonly used in construction, a left-hand screwdriver or a right-hand screwdriver?
Left.
What the fuck is going on? The beautiful, the magnificent, the funny, the kind, the caring, the girl with the prettiest smile that I know. Carlylawrence. How are you, that beautiful girl?
I'm good, how are you?
I heard a little birdie tipped me off that you were the #1 under 16 state Canadian best tennis player. So I was like, I'll come in my tennis outfit.
Did I actually say that?
You know, somebody told me.
That's the wrong Carlylawrence.
You can't hide your secrets from me.
I've never played tennis.
No, you've played tennis.
I don't think I have.
I saw YouTube videos.
Okay, well, I played it
And
now.
you were good.
Oh, thank you.
Great forehand, great backstroke, good freestyle.
I feel like I'm not good with my hands, so thank you.
All right, I'm going to provide a bit of context, still in the intro pretty much here. Anybody in Australia that is living under a rock, she is probably the prettiest girl to ever be on the reality show on Netflix called Too Hot to Handle. She's also my great friend. We went to Stagecoach a couple of weeks ago, Country Festival. We had a great time. So Carlylawrence, thank you for joining me. It is beautiful to see you.
Me. Yeah, Stagecoach was fun.
Stagecoach was good.
Up.
We did a lot of walking.
A lot of shrooms, a lot of walking.
A lot of walking.
Can I say shrooms on here?
You can say shrooms on here.
Okay, did a lot of shrooms, a lot of walking. We got ditched by our very best friend, Ryan.
What happened?
We got ditched by our very best friend, Ryan.
When did Ryan ditch us?
Well, we just barely saw him.
No, you know what it was? Technically, everyone ditched Ryan because Ryan stayed in one place.
And we kept walking.
So, if anything, kind of we ditched Ryan.
No, if anything, you ditched everyone.
No, I've got a nasty habit of that. Lachlan's over here for everyone context. I do that. We get drunk. I end up by myself running around.
You were dancing with everyone. It was great though.
I had a great time.
I had a good time.
I had a good time. Other than all the walking.
Yeah.
And it was just, other than that, everything was fantastic.
Yeah. It was fun. Honestly, you, me, and Bennett said, I didn't want to say that. Me and my friend said that you made it our time.
I made what?
You made our time.
Oh,
you
that's
made
amazing.
us have a good time.
That's all I want to know.
Because you were fun. I just feel, I don't know if I'd do it again.
No, I mean, it's one of those things you do it once, like when you lose virginity to a man or a girl or whatever it is, you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that again. It was great. Okay, let's.
At the same time.
Exactly right. You know, I lost my virginity when I was 13, and that's
13?
Fucked.
I was 16.
That's like legal age,
normal.
right?
Yeah.
That's legal age. I think you have to be between 16 and 18 or 16 and I don't know.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even think about it like that. For me, I was dating a guy for a year and then I did it.
You dated him for 12 months?
Yep, dated him for 12 months.
That's respectable. That's a respectable age to lose your virginity.
Thank you. I know. I didn't think it was that early.
It's a legal age.
I know some girls that lost it at 12, 13.
Yeah, I didn't have a say in losing my virginity.
Yeah, I guess guys, you don't really.
You don't have a say.
It's all up to the girl.
It just happens. Exactly right. The girl forced me.
The girl
it's not talked about enough when girls force men. It's not talked about. No, I'm just, this is all just a bad joke.
That made me sad.
So, pretty much, I want to dive into some little gossy, deep, dark little secrets.
Okay.
I've watched a few little things like... We've been friends for a little while. For anybody that didn't know, I was staying at Carly's house.
Yep.
End of last year, beginning of this year for a couple of weeks. I was dying. I had every sickness known to man.
Oh yeah, that was sad.
They didn't get to see the best version of Jackson, but Stagecoach weekend, hanging out, they got to see a fun Jackson. So you went on Too Hot to Handle. What made you want to go on Too Hot to Handle? You
know what? So I randomly had gotten a DM, and at the time I had been Tinder. You know the Swindler guy? So
yeah.
So that he did that to me.
Oh, no way.
Anyway, so that was
your fault.
Yeah, it was my fault. I'm pretty sure it was him. It was about $12,000. So at the time when I was DMing, I was like, this is a scam. This guy's still fucking with me. This is not real. And then after going through like psychological testing, STD testing, background checks, then I was like, okay, this is a real thing. But I just randomly got a DM. Casting director was like, I want you to do the show. I want you to do Parties in Paradise. So I showed up to the house with Vans. I was ready to get fucked up. I didn't have dresses. I barely had makeup. They had to go out and buy me makeup and bikinis and stuff because I just was so ill and I was not prepared.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. The Tinder swindler strikes again.
I know. That was crazy.
Jesus.
It was my own fault though. I was trusting and he like said that he needed money for a car and I was like, well, fuck, me.
How long ago was this?
I guess 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, whoa. So you're pretty young still.
Yeah. And I felt bad. You know me. I'm like, I'd give the shirt off my back. So I was like, sure.
And you're a nice person.
$12,000. Now I would never. But I was like, sure, $12,000 fine. But I had saved up all that money too to get my own place.
Oh.
So it was just like it fucked up my whole life. But then out of that bad came the good of the show. So it was like God took something from me and then he put me right back in the swing of things.
It's a good perspective. Sometimes it's like me. I came out here with plans to do specific things. That all went to shit after a few days. And you know what? It led me down a path to rekindle friendships with old friends from my childhood, from my hometown. It led me to go on a Stagecoach with you guys. So many good things came from it. So when you can look at things that way instead of like letting it like break you or make you all upset and shit.
Yeah.
It's like a little butterfly effect.
Yeah. I think LA is such like a bad, like, it's such like a little like cyclone of a world too. Like when you're in this world, it's so different than anywhere else. It's like you can't leave. You can leave, but if you leave, you feel like you're left out of everything. But even if you aren't going to events and influencer type things, just being in LA, you feel more in with it.
Yeah, well, I feel like...
It's so hard. It's so weird to explain, but...
I know exactly what you mean. It's like when you're living here, you're around the scene either way. You don't have to really do a lot. You're just here. You're in LA. We say that back in Australia because there's not much happening back home. In social media, in the influencer world, all this shit. You know, there's not really even many celebrities in Australia. So it's like doing this is very different back home in Australia. Whereas here, if you're in LA, even Miami and shit like that.
See everyone.
There's a lot of creators are all in the one place, so it's like it makes sense.
You feel more like you're around what's going on, but this is the thing. I don't really leave my house, but even being in LA, I'm like, well, I'm still like if I take a vlog, my day here is so different than my day in Toronto. My day in Toronto would be like going on a streetcar, going to a different gym. Here, it's like go to a med spa, going to a podcast. Like it's just so
taking
different.
your dog to a chiropractor.
That's
The little beautiful goes everywhere.
Yeah, she does.
She has the most beautiful little dog. It's like
Looney.
It's like a third cat, a third human, third dog. It's such an interesting little creature.
A good dog.
It's the most beautiful dog ever.
Thank you. Everyone that meets her loves her. It was so funny because one of my Nathan's friends was like, I don't like small dogs. And then I went and did my makeup and I came out of my room and he was cuddling her on the couch. And I'm like, you like her?
There you go. Even me, I'm not great with small dogs, but I've let her kiss me a few times.
No, you should. You let her lick her whole face.
It's a beautiful dog. It's a great dog.
Thank you.
And so you went on the show and when you were on there, how many people did you like technically date on there? 1, 2, 3?
Two
people.
Two.
I watched a little video last night actually of you bumping your head when someone got on you and tried to kiss you and you smacked your head and you've forgotten the man's name.
Oh yeah, I did.
Was this one of the guys you were dating?
Yeah. Yeah, that's, you know what's funny? I had actually forgotten all the guys' names at one point, but they didn't edit that in. But every single guy that I went into like the confessional after, I forgot their name. But they only cut to like the one because I think they didn't want to make me look that bad.
Yep.
But I just didn't remember anyone. I'm also bad with names. Better now though. When I'm getting older, I'm getting better.
If you're not really on there looking for like love or a serious relationship, you've got no real reason. Yeah, it's hard. Names are hard. I'm not great with names either. Like, I don't even know his name half the time, and he's been working with me for like 4 years, 5 years. I don't know.
You know his name now, though.
Yeah, I know his name. Like,
that's good.
This morning, I know. By the end of the day, I'll probably be calling him Mary.
Mary.
I'm not too sure just yet. But so you dated 2 people on there. So you've been involved in public relationships and public breakups.
Yes.
I can relate. I've been involved in one public relationship, but it wasn't from a reality show or anything like this. You know, it was just myself and my previous partner both did social media. She was in the OnlyFans world, all these things. So I know firsthand that it can be pretty intense.
It is very intense.
What would you say, like, how do you deal with public breakups? Because they're fucking intense. So
for me, I think for breakups, one thing I'm good at is cutting them off. Like I've done it where you linger around, you try to figure it out, and it's like at some point you realize like you can only try to make something work so many different times, and then you have to walk away from it. So if I've already gone through trying to work it out with that person a million different times, it's time to like bye, gotta go. So for me with the breakup, at that point I've been broken up with them in my head for months already. So I'm like, catch ya, and I don't talk to them.
Just snip, cut the ties, cut the energy.
You have to do it, or
I can do that too. I'm pretty good when it comes to cutting things, but
blocking.
I feel sometimes, as you would know, with the public breakups after public relationships, people develop like it's like a fan love for you, not just you as like you and the person.
So true.
So they will love they might not even like you as a single person. They might just be like, cool, I'm fucking with this as a couple. Yeah, I like them together because of this. So when you break up, obviously you can cut your energy and be okay mentally with you know cutting someone off. That part's kind of easy.
Tie you together.
However, you're going to deal with the comments. Where's this person? What happened? And there's rumors that speculate. This person could talk shit. You might say your side of the story, then they might disagree. So like, how do you deal with like the public eye, all the people on social media and mainstream media making shit up, talking, asking, because that shit's draining.
It's so crazy too that you say that. So like the internet moves so quickly. We all know that. You know, next day there's a different story. You can go through a scandal and people forget about the next day. But it's true with reality TV and with lots of relationships, people do forget. So I remember even when after the show, I had dated someone else and they're like, well, you're with him. And I'm like, that show was filmed years ago. But in their heads, they think it's so fresh because someone can watch Too Hot to Handle tomorrow. So they think in their head, I'm still with Chase. But I've had a whole life since Chase. This was 3 years ago that I did filming. So I guess for the reality TV, it's like I just ignore the comments.
Time goes quick, huh?
Time goes so quick.
Because you were on the same series as Georgia?
No.
Or no, she was one after you.
I was second season.
She was just after you.
She was third season.
Yeah, okay. Because I know a few people. I know like obviously the Australians who went on there like Harry, Georgia, so on, so on. But yeah, you're probably the prettiest. Just,
Hey, thank you.
Just quietly.
Thank you. I looked so different on the show too.
Did you really? The few clips that I watched, because like I don't really watch a lot of reality television. Oh, it was during COVID?
It was during COVID. I went into the house before the whole world shut down. This is the craziest thing. When I came out of the house, COVID had shut down the world.
Yeah.
So I went into the house thinking that the world was normal. I came out, everything was shut down. The world was upside down.
I lived in LA during the whole COVID year.
Yeah, I came back to no work. Nothing was open. No bars were open. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was a mind fuck. It was a total mind fuck.
Now, forgive me for maybe sounding stupid, but were you living in LA or still in Canada?
I was in Canada.
Still in Canada, Toronto,
They flew me to Turks and Caicos. As soon as I landed, they took my phone, put me in a Jeep and drove me to like a house.
There you go.
It was cool though.
Is this true? There's like a rule. It's pretty much like all the hot girls in Canada eventually migrate to Toronto.
Oh yeah.
I've heard Toronto only has 10s.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
You know, in LA, there's so many pretty girls everywhere. But it's true. When I go to Toronto, and it's just different energy. I think it's the energy too. They have such good energy.
Is it a different type of look in the girls? Is it like more like natural or is it similar?
It is. But I think both are pretty. Like I find I've had my lips done.
Yeah.
So I'm not against surgery.
There's nothing
I'm
wrong
like
with that.
for whatever you want to do that makes you feel better about yourself, 100% do it. But yes, Toronto's just different, I would say, energy wise.
Yeah, right.
Not necessarily even looks, just like they're more like positive and excited to be around and like friendly, like nice. Like there's so many girls when I first moved to LA, the amount of like snide looks that I get and rude girls to me and just mean. And in Toronto, it's like most girls
I'm well aware of this.
Go right up to you and hey, how are you? And hey, and it's like everyone's actually nice. Whereas LA, I haven't found many nice people.
See, I've always thought that Canadians and Australians were very similar as people. Very good senses of humor, very nice. Chill, laid back, more nice. Like their morals are a little different. Not that I have anything against people here really in particular. I mean, there's shitty people and good people everywhere you go in the world.
Yep.
But like we just spent quite a fair bit of time in New York, and you know, the girls walking around New York, not that they like I didn't really get to meet many or like talk to many, but they were very naturally pretty out there. Compared to LA, everyone here is fake tits, fake ass, fake hair, fake lashes, fake tan, fake nails, fucking hips are done, this and that. And like I said, I got nothing against girls that want to do that stuff. Girls, if you're watching, you do you. I support you. But that's my personal preferences. I like a more naturally pretty looking girl. Yeah. And you know, it's like a girl. If a girl tells me I'm not her type, I won't be offended because you're entitled to have your own preference.
No, I've never seen more surgery in my life than LA for sure. And there's times since moving to LA, I have thought about getting things done and I'm like, but then I go back home and I'm like, no, I don't want to. And there's nothing against it, but for me, and I know so many girls in my life too that are having problems with their boob jobs now. So for me, another thing is too, is just like health. I get so scared with like fucking my
there's
body.
also repercussions and you don't know the long-term effects of things. How's it going to, do you need to just keep topping it up, keep getting work? Do you need to do this, do you need to do that? It's like, for me, I've had Botox in my forehead.
I have Botox and I have lip.
And that's like, that's about the furthest I'll probably ever go. Yeah. I like to just try to eat good, take the right vitamins, train, sleep good, do all these things. If eventually I start looking really shit when I'm older, then I'll look into some other things.
But guys age better than women.
Men do age better.
You guys are fine. You guys age like fine wine.
Are you flirting with me?
What? Yes, I am.
Oh my God.
But also I just feel like, and I'm starting to age too. Like I called my mom today. I'm like, I have cellulite. I've never had cellulite in my life that I've noticed.
You're only like 24, 25?
I'm almost 26. I mean, 26 in 2 weeks.
You don't look a day over 21.
Thank you. But I'm like, I am aging as a woman. I'm like, my hips are getting bigger. My boobs are growing a lot. I'm aging. I don't
But you're looking more like a woman.
I'm looking more like a woman and I can't do anything about it. Thank you. But I'm like, a lot of my girlfriends too, some of them are younger than me. So I'm like, oh, they don't know what it's like to have cellulite yet on their legs.
It's natural. It's hot.
I know.
Fucking grab onto that shit and fuck. You know what I'm saying?
But you guys look hotter when you get gray hair and all this. Women, it's
so
like,
you think gray hair's hot?
Yeah, most girls do. I think most girls go for older guys, whereas most guys go for younger girls.
So
when you're getting older as a woman, you're like, fuck, well, the guys my age aren't looking at me. They're looking at girls 5 years younger. So that's why women feel like they need to always look young.
I can understand that.
Messes you up in the head.
You see, for me, like I've got the odd white hair that pops through my beard, and I'm like, "Fuck, should I pluck that thing?"
No,
I don't
leave it.
Leave it. So
yeah,
it's hot.
leave it. What do they call the gray stallion?
Oh, I like
gray
it.
stallion.
I've been saying a few times, I'm like, shit, I am getting old. I'm getting like the old white hair. My hair's not gray. But you know what? Every girl has been like, cool, it's like a maturity looking thing.
It does. It looks mature. No girl wants a guy that's 19, 20, I'll tell you that right now. At least not in my world.
It's a boy. There's a difference between a boy and a man.
Yeah, no, I can't.
I might have a baby-sized penis, but I'm a man. And you know, it's like, I understand what you mean. It's like, me as a man, I'd rather date a woman rather than a girl. Yeah. I don't want to have to like babysit someone. I want a woman who makes her money, is grinding, supportive and cool. I don't want like a little girl who is just still like I can be so fucking immature and be funny and have, but it's different. I know how to be mature and have a good conversation, whereas I can't, if they're not like mentally on the right level and they're still like young, it's like, ugh,
or
I'd rather a woman.
Take care of their own. You want someone to take care of their own.
But I also don't want an old bitch.
Like me.
You have to be
an old hag.
Have to be like within 2-3 years of my age, I reckon. Like you could be a couple of years younger, but you can't be any older.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
You just can't be older. Like,
no, I'm into the people that work too. I love working. I love making my money. I'm never going to depend on a guy for money because I like what I like, and I hate being told no. Even since I was little, my mom would tell you, if you tell me no, I'll do it. The more someone tells me not to do something, the more I'm likely to do it. So if I had to ask a guy to buy me something, I would be like, I would hate that.
I like that independence.
I'm like, I want to buy my own shit when I want. I want to travel when I want. I want to buy my own fucking car when I want. I want to get my nails done when I want. I'm not depending on anyone.
Now, I can respect that because there's nothing worse than when a girl gives herself to a man and, you know, like when he buys everything and pays for everything, I'll probably look really creepy. But when a guy pays the bills, pays for things, buys gifts, pays for this, pays for everything, a lot of men start to act as if they've got like an ownership right over that girl because they're like, well, I pay for everything, so you listen to me. And it's just like, I don't think that's fair. I like to provide. I'm naturally a provider, and I think you are as well. I like that too.
I still like that too. I still think back because I watched my dad take care of my mom, so I'm fine with a man taking care of me as well. But right now, at my age now, I'm like, I'm never gonna be this young and be like this smart because I'm just gonna keep aging and getting old.
You will get smarter with age, though. Let me tell you now.
Thank you. But I'm like, this is the time for me to be working.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm also fine with the girls that want. Like some girls just want to be taken care of. That's fine too.
That's great too.
You know?
There's nothing against, I got nothing against that as well, but my personal preference, you know.
Yeah.
But I think like, that's the thing. That's where like the people kind of go down two different paths through their 20s. Some people use their 20s to grind and then they're ahead the rest of their lives. Some people use it just to party, slack, like, I'll work harder when I'm like in my 30s, but don't fucking work like that. Your energy only gets a little bit lower as you get older. And, you know, I feel like I'm peaking with every year that goes by. I feel like I feel better mentally, like physically. I actually do feel like I'm getting better with age, but so I don't know when that's going to stop.
Yeah, and also putting your energy into things too. The things I used to put my energy into are the things I do not anymore at all. Like I used to really put energy into people that I didn't give a shit about, partying, wondering what people thought of me, being in the limelight, being around people that were cool. And now I'm like, I just want to take care of myself, be healthy, work. I want to put my energy towards going to Pilates in the morning.
Amen to that.
Hang out with my dog. I don't want to go and party.
I'm around the same sort of vibe.
And I got to recover for 3 days after anyways. I can't fucking do that.
Nope.
You know me.
Stagecoach was a rough, like after the first day that I went, when I was fucking blackout drunk running around, I don't remember shit. That next day, I'm probably going to go out here and say that might have been the worst hangover I've had.
But you bounced back.
I bounced back. I had a few beers and a few little shroom chocolates or whatever they may have been. And had a fantastic time. We got there pretty late because it took us like 3 hours of walking, but I mean.
Yeah, the walking was long. You sat in the trash can.
It was.
I did. Fortune?
I sat in have some.
Cheers.
Cheers, love, to the prettiest guest I've ever had.
I love you. This is non-alcoholic, everyone.
Which brings us to a game I would like to play.
Okay, let's play a game.
I've got a game here, and I'm going to open up my phone so I can collect the image. Where are we? Cool. So basically, this is a bit of like a Mythbuster game. Like it's like, is it a fact or is it cap? Is it true? Is it false?
Oh, okay.
It's just a series of 10 quick questions.
Okay, so I say fact or cap?
You can say whatever. You can say true, false. You can say fact or cap.
Okay.
You can say it's a myth. You could say it's true. You just tell me whatever comes to your mind, all right? And these are serious questions, and you have to get above 50% or there will be consequences.
Okay.
But I will take the consequence because you can't do that, huh? Nope, she can't do it. Okay. All right, guys, welcome to the Mythbuster segment right now. This is going to be fun. All right, question 1. Little Miss Carly. Do girls poop?
False. I mean, true.
Wait, so you're trying to tell me that girls do?
They do.
Girls take number 2s?
Of course.
We're
humans.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not. Girls poo. Come on.
I'm going to have to fact check that one. I'm going to have to fact check it.
Girls poo. If you say you don't poo, then you just got to relax. It's natural. Got to let it out.
Maybe some girls.
All girls poo.
Maybe boys that have changed to girls can poop.
No. Girls poop.
Girls don't poop.
They do. They poop. They don't shit, but they poop.
Okay. I've heard girls fart, but I've never heard of anything of them actually doing a shit.
Poop.
So
just poop, you know.
Poop? They poop.
Just little plops.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me.
I know, but just little ones.
All right, on to the second question. My mind's a bit distracted now. That's a crazy answer. Fuck, I'm going to need therapy. Can a man get pregnant?
No.
Okay, a biological man cannot get pregnant.
No,
I'm glad. That's correct.
Absolutely not.
So far, your 1 out of 2 is correct. Actually, well, look, your first one might be right. We're going to have to fact check that.
It is right. Women poo.
Okay, fact or cap? Over 1 million people were killed by dinosaurs.
I don't know.
Do you think?
No, we didn't roam at the same time as dinosaurs. Did we?
Yeah, not for very long, but I mean, maybe long enough.
I would say that's a myth.
Okay, well, that's correct.
Yeah.
Smart girl.
Thank you.
Canadians are built different.
Built different.
You be built different.
Built
All right,
different.
next one. Question 4. When a girl squirts during sexual intercourse, is that just piss?
Oh, I think so. I think it is out of the same hole. I know that. I don't know if it'd be technically the same liquid.
Because the girls have got more than one holes down there, right? Yeah.
Well, we've 1, 2, 3 technically if you want to include the bum.
That is scientific shit.
Yeah.
I've got 2 holes in my dick. Is that weird? Should I see a doctor?
2 in your penis? I don't know.
There's like 2.
I don't know. Maybe.
Either that or I had one big hole and they stitched it so it wasn't big when I was a kid and I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, and then you just have the 2 and then
If that's the case, I'll sue my fucking parents.
I'll sue my fucking parents.
Next question. What is more commonly used in construction? No pressure. A left-hand screwdriver or a right-hand screwdriver?
Left.
There's only one screwdriver that uses through both hands, so that is wrong. You are currently 3 out of 4, though, so you're already well above
do
par.
The last one, because that's not fair. I was trying
1,
to go
2,
quick.
3. That was 5.
One.
You're 4 out of 5. We've got 5 to go. Is an avocado a fruit or vegetable?
That is a pit, so it is a fruit.
She's correct.
Am I right?
You're 5 out of 6.
Thank you.
Whoa, the pretty girl, that's smart and funny.
I think I knew the screwdriver. I think I was thinking about the electric ones where they go reverse or this way, but it technically would still be the same ones. The vroom, 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 the vroom, vroom, vroom.
I like that.
But technically it still would be one hand, so yeah. Anyways,
Question 7.
Mm-hmm.
Do women masturbate more than men?
I think that depends on the woman.
It's definitely an individual thing, but there was a study once conducted
Okay,
and
so
it was
let
a
me say
percentage.
probably true.
You're correct again. Wow, you're doing very well.
Women don't need men.
They don't.
We don't need you. So
I mean,
would
some
say that
do
we
and some
masturbate.
don't, but I think the broader spectrum, they definitely don't.
Women, we're really just Xing you out now in 2023.
Sorry, lads.
We really are.
I'm going to jump on the girl side over
You
here.
know what I think about even? I'm like, I can just go to a sperm donor. If everything else fails in my life, I just go to a sperm donor. I don't even
And what would you
need
do with the sperm?
I buy the sperm that I want.
And you just put it
Go
up there
through the
yourself?
lip book, yeah, and I just have it.
Just go home and...
Yeah, well, they do it there for you, but yeah.
so you don't take it home and you don't get on your back and
they
put it in?
do it for you, then they put it up you and, you know.
Can you do it yourself? Like, I don't know if I'd trust a random person.
No, they're doctors. They know what they're doing. But you can literally look through lookbooks of what you want, and, you know, I'm like, I'll just do that if everything else fails.
I can respect that. Maybe I'll do the same thing. Maybe I'll do the same thing.
Yeah, you can.
Question 8.
Mm-hmm.
The owner of Pringles, you know Pringles, obviously everyone knows Pringles, was buried in a Pringle can.
False.
No, you're wrong. That's a proven fact. That is correct. I believe he was cremated and the ashes are in a Pringle can. He's buried in the Pringle can.
Oh my God.
Fucking wild, isn't it?
That's
you can
crazy.
all Google these, by the way. I'm not talking
You
shite.
know Pringle's not even a chip? They can't call it a chip.
We call them chips in Australia. Pringles, chips.
But like chips, and they can't call it actual, like a potato chip in Canada.
Yeah, I know this.
Different.
I know. So you're currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa, you've done very well. You're 6 out of 8.
The screwdriver one, that's not fair, but it's fine. I was trying to be fast with it. All right,
you've got 2 questions remaining. You're already above par, technically. Is Barbie's full name Barbara Millicent Roberts?
Who?
Barbie. You know Barbie and Ken. Let's go.
Barbie, what is it?
Barbara Millicent Roberts.
Barbara is my mom's name, and she used to be called Barbie.
Really?
Yep.
Let me have a little go. I reckon
Millicent
she'd have been a bit of a sort back in the day.
I would say.
Was she hot back in the day, or was she still hot?
Yeah, she's so cute.
Oh my God,
Mom's so pretty.
bet.
Barbara Millicent Camp?
Millicent Roberts.
Millicent Roberts. I would say false.
No, that one's true.
Really?
That's Barbie's real name.
Wow. I should know that.
6 out of 9. You're a girl. You should know that shit. Not that guys can't like Barbie. Definitely had a few wanks to Barbie back in the day. All right. And the last question might be the hardest one of them all. Am I currently the best looking man across from you?
Yes.
True.
True.
You're smart. She's
True.
good. She's good.
I feel like I should have known the Barbie one. And
You
the
should have known that.
screwdriver one.
7 out of 10.
I want 10 more questions.
You want 10 more questions? Shit, I don't know. I only had 10 written down.
I like doing the questions.
You did amazing.
Thank you.
You did 7 out of 10. That's probably the best score that we've ever had in any game.
Really?
It's the first game we've ever had.
Oh, well.
So you're the leader right now.
I know, but I want 10 out of 10. I'm very competitive.
We're going to make a leaderboard, and currently you're sitting at the top. I'll just make the questions for the next guests really hard, so you're always on top.
Yeah, thank you. Just do that.
Only for 6 months, though.
Okay.
I can't let it.
Then I have to come back on. And
Yeah,
then
then you gotta
I've
just-
got to hold my title.
You got to earn your
UFC.
stripes. You're currently the champion.
Okay.
You're the champion.
I'm
The
fine with
queen.
that.
You're the queen of the belt. I did see, obviously, with one of your public breakups, did you get a matching tattoo with someone?
Yeah, but it's almost gone now.
So you got a matching tattoo? What was his name?
Joey.
Joey.
I actually went and got it lasered off. It's actually almost done. One more session.
It hurts, yeah, lasering. Fucking sucks.
It is more painful than the tattoo.
I've had 2 sessions on each hand, and
the hands are the killer.
not good. Not fucking good.
The ankle hurts the most. My ear hurts the least. You think that the ear would freak you out?
I wanted to do my chest at one stage, but it was just getting too painful.
No, just leave it. I feel like when you have that many anyways, you wouldn't even notice the little
ones.
Do
you like my tattoos?
Yeah, I love tattoos.
Because sometimes I sit around and I'm like, should I get rid of some?
No, I love it. I feel like tattoos are so art. I love it. I love when people can express themselves. I
can appreciate that.
I love when people have crazy things and piercings and tattoos. I love it.
Really?
And I love when girls
Do you like Australian accents?
Yeah.
Do you like men in their 20s? Like late 20s?
Yeah. Whoa.
I'm 3 of 3 right now.
You are 3
Tattoos, Australian accent.
Tattoos.
The only thing for me is a very small penis, so I probably wouldn't be able to satisfy you.
That's fine. Like I said, we don't even need it.
Don't even need it?
No, we don't even need it.
Honestly, I'm pretty confident with my... Anyway.
Yeah, you should be. It's fine. You don't even need a penis.
So you got a matching tattoo with a man, and this was the guy that publicly kind of cheated on you, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't want to rehash any
that's fine.
shitty stories.
We're actually fine now. We're actually fine now. He and he's invited. I actually just saw him like a couple months ago. We're fine now.
Okay.
I think he's a little bit of a lost soul.
How long were you guys together? Oh, shots fired.
No, not in a rude way. I just mean like at the time he was just like a little bit lost because like he came off a show. He had all these girls around him.
Yep.
So it's just different. So I think he was just a bit like lost on like what he. We
all go through that.
Yeah,
especially being thrown into it. Was he kind of like somebody before the show or no?
No, and he's younger too.
When you're like a complete kind of just regular everyday guy or whatever, and you get thrown into a big reality show on Netflix, you come into LA, your life changes quickly. Like for me, I did things differently. You know, I grinded out on social media, started on Facebook. I grew like this, slower. I didn't go like that and then thrown into LA. I had a few years of slowly becoming known in Australia. Came out to LA, didn't really know anyone, slowly got a little known out here on stage.
You went little by little. I had a million.
Longevity, I think it's good.
I had a million in a week. I was at events, going to events, getting pictured. I was getting drunk, coming out of clubs, getting pictures coming out of clubs like this, getting wasted.
Sick.
It was so new to me. And
that's all fun in the moment.
It was fun. You know, everyone, when it first came out, everyone was like, enjoy it. You're like, the numbers are gonna be crazy, everything's gonna be crazy, but I didn't think of it like that. I'm like, I'm just gonna enjoy myself. Like I still did what I wanted to do. I got fucked up. The amount of people that probably met me when I first came to LA that like, that girl's crazy. I don't even care. I'm like, whatever.
You see, this is the problem as well. When you're in the public eye, like yourself or even myself in my past, we're still just everyday normal people in behind closed doors. We feel things, we go through things and stuff. They're like, oh, well, you should expect that. It comes with the territory. I'm like, well, people might meet you when you're having a fucking horrible day. You might just be pissed off, shitty. Someone will meet you and you might just be like, oh, hey, or whatever. Their perception and view of you forever is going to be, oh, they were rude. They were a bitch.
Yep.
Whereas like 99% of the time, you're an amazing human being. But just like everyone else, you're going to go through shit and you might not be in the mood to talk to people, you know? I've experienced things like that where they're like, oh, you're not as like funny in real life. And I'm like, well, I'm just chilling, man. You know, one of my friends died yesterday. I fucking having problems with this, problems with that. Like I'm just not in a talkative mood. You know what I mean? And
I had that happen to me. I actually met a girl in the club and she had went online and was like, Clay was so rude, and I had found out the night that I was with her at the club that my ex died in the club. And so I'd gotten a text saying like, your ex died. He was found, my ex overdosed last year, and he was found, and I just had found the club, and she like went
One
online.
of the ones from the show?
No, different guy from back home.
Okay.
And she like went online and was like, yeah, like she was like rude, and I'm like, my ex just died. But I'm like, I didn't want to put that out there because I'm like, first of all, it's someone's fucking business, and also I don't need the sympathy. Whatever, no one knows what you're going through. And that's just like
all you really want is just a little bit of space, really.
Yeah, and it was just also like that just goes to show you literally don't know what people are going through behind closed doors. And I didn't want sympathy. I never said it. I never told anyone. I was like, well, she can think I'm a fucking cunt. I don't care.
Oof, she said it.
I don't care.
Is cunt a very big word in Canada?
I don't find it offensive.
It's not offensive.
Some girls get very offended, but which is fine.
In America, it's offensive. The UK and Australia, definitely not offensive.
That's the thing. I grew up around the UK people in Toronto, so they wasn't that
offensive. It's a normal word.
My ex was from the UK, so
it's no different to saying sausage.
And he used to say cunt all the time, and I thought it was hilarious. So I mean, if someone really did say you're a fucking cunt to me,
it's about context.
Different thing, context. Yeah, but when someone just says cunt, I'm like, who cares? Whatever.
Like there's a context. Like my friends might fuck with me like, oh, you fucking cunt. And then that's fine. That's banter or they'll do something funny, but you're a funny cunt, you know?
Yeah.
But then back home, it's like someone fucks around, does something horrible, like you are a cunt.
Yeah.
There's just about context.
That would probably hurt my feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
If a guy said you're a cunt to me. But when you guys say it in UK people, I know it's also you don't mean it to be mean. So I don't give a fuck. I think it's funny.
Exactly right.
I love it.
There was one question that I forgot to ask a little earlier around the whole public dating, public breakups and these things. Do you think moving forward in your future, like over time, do you think you'll try to have a bit more of a low-key private relationship life, or do you think you'll always kind of have your relationship life a little bit broadcasted?
I don't know. I think before I used to love putting my stuff online, and now I'm like, I don't want people to know if I'm dating someone. I don't want people to know what I'm doing. I don't want people to know. I think for now, I want to keep anything going forward private.
Sometimes it's the
I
better.
never announced.
Not everyone needs to know everything.
Yeah.
It's nice to just have a few things behind closed doors. I had a 4-year relationship, and nearly the whole time it was
Then no one can mess with it.
Yeah, exactly. No one can say things. There might be insecurities that might come into play, like, oh, why don't you show me? Or why don't this and that? Like, are you blah, blah. But I think it does provide less drama, less issues when things are a little kept off. But like I said, if you're thrown into a reality show where it's all about dating, meeting, fucking, having fun, whatever it might be, it's kind of just what's going to happen. When you get thrown out of the show, come to LA where it's all happening, it's all hot, you're freshly off a show, you just kind of go with what worked, and people will just keep doing it for a while.
People are so intrigued in your life too. Like,
hell yeah.
And I love it. I love the girls that follow me. I love it.
There you go. It's like a little family. It's like a little community.
It is.
They all look up to you.
So many nice people have messaged me since the show. Like, so many people, years, like, still to this day, people message me about it.
I think the cool thing with you is, like, you're a real person. Like, you're a genuine good person.
Thank you.
Like, even when I stayed at your house for like a week and a bit, she's like making like little healthy meals and this dip and shit, and I was eating this dip.
And so I made you a pea soup.
You made me a pea soup. I was so far. That was the sickest I've ever been.
I like taking care of people though. I can't wait to see
Sickest I've ever been. I just literally pretty much died in her spare room in a bed for about 8 or 9 days.
And another thing, I live with all guys. I did live with all guys. No one's going to look after you except me. So it came down to me.
I can respect that.
You know, it was me.
It takes a strong woman to be in a household of men.
Yeah.
It does. It takes a strong woman.
Thank you. There's me and 3 guys.
So
and then we got robbed anyway, so it didn't matter.
You got robbed. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got robbed. You got to love LA. Everyone's just getting robbed.
Everyone just gets robbed. I should have known moving into a house like it was going to happen. I'm happy it happened though.
I almost robbed myself last night.
What do you mean?
I came home really high and I was like, fuck. So this guy's suitcase has got some nice like clothes in it. And I was like,
it was your own?
It was my own. I was like, fuck, I might steal all these clothes.
I'm going to take these.
Imagine if I stole my clothes and woke up in the morning without clothes. I'd be like, fuck, where did I put them?
Yeah, no.
So happy that I didn't do
I'm so happy you didn't either.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are now about to get stuck into the Joe Fortune segment, which is basically confessions, where we will be going over some of our spiciest confessions from our viewers, audience, people watching at home have sent in some very weird confessions that we're going to go over. Brought to you by yours truly, Joe Fortune, my favorite online casino company. They are the best. They're great. They're fantastic. All right, confession 1. We're keeping these people anonymous. That's the rule. Confession 1. I sucked a guy's dick in front of his wife whilst my husband was out getting me a coffee so I could close a real estate deal.
Huh. Atta girl.
I think if you know what you want in life, then cool, good for you.
Fine.
I can support that.
Just tell him when he gets home.
Tell him when he gets home.
Just tell him when he gets home.
Just be like, cool, I closed a deal.
Yeah.
It's teamwork.
It's teamwork.
That's great. It's a great little addition. I like it. Confession number 2. I work at a popular hotel on the Gold Coast, Australia, right near where we live. And they clean all their dishes with a dry magic sponge. Spare blankets never get cleaned, just refolded. Oh. And if there is a stain on the blanket, they flip it over.
That's disgusting.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
We need to find out where this place is.
Should be shut down.
Well, this person will remain anonymous, but if we find out where this place is, I'm never going there again in the rest of my life.
Blast it online.
Ever. Confession number 3. I'm addicted to porn / masturbating an insane amount. I am a 19-year-old male, and it's gotten to the point where I cannot function without busting a nut every few hours. I'd say I ejaculate about 3 to 5 times a day. Most of the time, it doesn't take in account of how much time I spend edging. He's not great with English, this guy. I can't understand it very well. I'm trying. I just feel a huge brain fog towards anything that doesn't have anything to do with jacking off. Even when I'm with my friends now, I can't enjoy my time because I'm just thinking about getting home and watching porn.
Get some help, maybe.
Get some help, but all I will say is this comes down to the dopamine, the quick fix of like instant gratification. It's going to make you not want to go out and meet girls in real life. So if I could give you any advice, it would be to stop the porn, but don't just cut it off because you can't just go cold turkey. Just strip it back. Go morning and night for a week. Then the next week, just do it at nighttime. So you look forward to it all day. Just get in touch with yourself. Have less time on your phone. Eat some good shit. Go and work out. Channel that energy into something more positive. Go to a bar even on a Friday night. Buy a bag of cocaine. Go fuck a prostitute or something. Anything except pornography. Pornography is so fucking bad for your brain.
I don't want
I'm guilty. We've all been guilty at some stage, especially men. There's nothing technically that bad with it, but when it's a problem like this, that's bad. So you need to sort that out. Go to the gym, lift some weights, go to the fucking boxing gym, go to a yoga class and pretend you're gay to meet girls. Do what you got to do. Just fix that shit.
Yeah.
Fix that shit. And that was brought to you by Joe Fortune, and we love them. Thanks for watching. Okay. This has been amazing.
This is amazing.
I have 2 last questions.
Okay.
For Australian people back home, okay? What made you choose to be Canadian?
Okay. That's a hard question. What made me choose to be Canadian? Oh my God. I don't even know. I think because they have poutine there and they have Caesars.
They have what there?
Poutine.
What's that?
Cheese, fries, and gravy.
Like poutang? Like pussy?
No, poutine like the food.
Oh,
and Caesars, which is a better Bloody Mary.
okay.
So I think I had to just be there for the food.
And do you guys speak in your own language?
Oh, a little bit.
Don't a lot of people speak French in Canada, or am I wrong?
Yeah, but no.
No?
No.
Someone told me that a
We
lot
don't
of people
like
in
the
Canada
French.
speak... someone told me a lot of people speak French in Canada.
Well, you know what? I failed French, so maybe I'm just a bit biased because fuck French.
You're bisexual?
No. Yes, I am.
Oh.
But I mean, I don't like French because I never learned it and I failed it a bunch in high school. So me and French don't get along.
I haven't heard anything in the last 10 seconds after the word bisexual. Let me rephrase this. So you would date women, or you mean just sexually you're more
I
bisexual?
dated a woman.
You've dated a woman?
Yeah.
So you've dated men and women?
Yeah, I've dated 2 girls.
What did you like more?
Ooh, both for different reasons.
Pros and cons for both?
Yeah, pros and cons for both. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'd say more personality though, because again, I'm not a super sexual person, so I usually date for personality.
You should take maca powder. Maca powder is good for your sex drive.
I need that.
If any company sees this, I'll happily take a sponsor.
I need it too, technically.
Should do it. If you want to have a high sex drive and get a little freaky, that shit gets you
Probably
feeling
the
good.
birth control that makes me nuts.
It'd be
also.
that too.
Yeah.
You could just take it inconsistently and get really hormonal.
I've done
That'd be
that.
healthy.
And it worked out great for me.
But so people don't speak French. So bisexual. So how long did you date a woman for?
Oh, a couple months, few months. A long time, actually, more than that, maybe over 6 months.
Did you fight less with a woman?
No.
More?
We're on the same.
I could
Actually,
see
way
that.
more.
I was going to say, I could see that happening. Like, I could never date a
'Cause
dude.
girls do get really jealous.
I'm definitely not bisexual.
Yeah, especially when you're bi too, you've got both genders to worry about. You know?
I think like a high percentage of women like women. Whether it might be sexually, strictly just sexually, or just looking at them.
Yeah, I was gonna say most women can respect a beautiful woman. Like even if you're not bi, I know so many of my girlfriends that are like, that is a beautiful woman. Women are just beautiful creatures to me. I think like I
could
love
agree.
women. There's
We
so
need
many
women. Women are
cute little
important.
quirks about them and the way they put their hair up and the way they do their makeup. Like
Women
there's
are
so
amazing.
many pretty things about women.
It was Mother's Day just yesterday, wasn't it? Mother's Day is a great time.
Yeah.
Women are the best. I love
They are.
women. I love to fuck women.
I love women too. I love
I
them.
love to fuck women of all ages and all shapes and sizes.
Good.
And all races and religions.
Yeah, me too. I fuck them all. I don't care.
I would fuck
Me too.
anything if they're nice and they're attractive enough.
Honestly, same. I don't care.
I can
I've done
respect
it all.
that.
Well, I'm also from Toronto, the most multicultural
It's
city
weird,
in the
isn't
world,
it? That it's
you know.
weird that girls like girls, but a lot of guys don't like guys in that way.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I mean, obviously, there's a
I
large
think there's a
percentage
stigma
of gay.
behind it too. Men feel like insecure maybe if they were to say a guy's attractive because then they're labeled as gay, whereas a woman can be more labeled as bi. Men, if you hear guys bi, they're like, well, he's gay.
It might be the whole hormone
You
thing as
know?
well, because like guys with testosterone, it's more manly, this and
Yeah.
that. It's like less guys probably feel inclined to
Yeah.
be like, a lot of guys are homophobic as well.
Yeah.
I'm not homophobic. If I see a
No,
good looking
yeah.
dude, I'm like, fuck, that guy's
Yeah, guy's
actually good
good-looking
looking.
guy. You can
I'm not
appreciate
going to
it.
fuck him. I'm not going to make out with him.
Of course
And
not.
I could never date a guy, but I mean
Yeah.
like, if I see a dude who's jacked and I'm like, yeah, fuck, that dude is in
Yeah.
shape. And I don't feel gay. I'm comfortable with the fact that I only like women.
Yeah.
I've only ever dated women.
Yeah.
I've only slept with women. I can even kiss my friends on the lips and know it's just a joke. I don't think it's gay.
I've done that for forever.
And there's no problem with being gay if you're
Yeah.
watching this. It's cool. I support it. But yeah, I mean, like, I think a lot of guys are homophobic, and I personally think
sucks.
it's gay to be homophobic.
It is. It is. Come on, it's 2023. You can't be homophobic.
If you're
at
letting
this
a
age.
gay person who's happy being gay upset you, you're actually letting a gay person upset you,
Yeah.
which kind of makes you gay.
So the first time I actually hooked up with a girl was when I was 15. So I actually hooked up with a girl before I had sex with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
4 girls. There's 4 of us
Oh my God.
in high school.
Well, that's crazy.
I know,
And you were
if
only
they watch this,
100,
they're gonna know.
you're about 150 months old?
150 months old. Way more than that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Well, wait, you said 15.
15 years old.
My math could be off.
Yeah,
My
15.
math could be very off.
12 months in a year, 15.
I do have good maths. Usually I've got good maths.
I don't. Not me. Not me. But yeah, Toronto is just
Should I go to
multicultural.
Toronto?
Yeah.
Would I have a good chance of finding a really nice wifey there?
Oh, yeah, you probably would.
Like
There's
a
such
good
nice
wifey
girls.
that's
Yeah.
hot, fun, wants to just fuck all the time.
Yeah. And I love like the food in Toronto, the background in Toronto. There's just more going on. LA to me
I
is
like
very
that.
like,
I would
I can't-
never
I
ever
can't-
date a girl in LA ever.
can't find
ever
good
again.
jerk chicken here. Can't really find a good curry here. I'm sorry, just can't.
New York food was fucking
I know.
amazing. The
New
best
York
food I've
food.
ever been in my entire life. Even Louisiana, the chicken, the crawfish,
The crawfish.
the oysters.
I've never had one.
You never had one?
Never had a
You
crawfish.
got to go to Louisiana and try some shit. That's one
Let's
of the
go.
coolest places. You want to go?
I'm down.
We can go to Louisiana.
Let's go on my birthday.
What are you doing tonight?
Charlie's birthday.
Tomorrow we go to Louisiana.
Tomorrow
Stay
we're
tuned.
going to go to Louisiana.
We go to Louisiana
I
tomorrow.
forgot that we were on the podcast. That's such a
Yeah, I know. We've just
We'll
been
cut
getting
that
stuck
out.
into this chat. I've been sitting here looking at how pretty she is. It's one of those days. I don't really get to see a lot of pretty women with my eyes. It's usually on the phone, in my bed, under my blankets, with my nightlight
on Tinder.
Not Tinder. I was going to say P-Hub, but I mean,
OnlyFans.
I've been single for over a year and I've enjoyed being single for this amount of time. It's been great to work on myself. I've done a lot of things. I would like your advice though. So I'm just about ready for me to start finding a wifey.
Okay.
I'm not the type of person to desperately look for one. I won't
No,
settle.
of course. Don't look because then you won't find
I don't settle for comfort or desperation, or I'm not in a rush. If it takes me another year, 3 years, I want the right wifey. Now, I'm in enough relationships. I've had 2 very long relationships, and the next one's going to be the last. It's wifey time.
Last one, you think?
It could be.
Wow.
It's going to be like, from now on, it's like, if you're not dating with intentions to marry, it's kind of like you're just playing with each other's hearts. You're kind of wasting time, right?
What if you never want to get married, though?
Well, if you never want to get married, I can respect that. That's different. As long as there's communication and both people are cool with that.
Yeah.
Because if one person doesn't want to get married, just wants to date, and the other person wants to get married.
Yeah, you want different things.
One person's going to be really heartbroken, and it's like, it's not cool to like play around with people's feelings, you know, I guess.
And then you both want different things. And then
exactly. It's all about communicating.
Yep.
Some people can be together forever and be happy, healthy, have kids, have a house, do everything that a married couple would do without marriage. And I can respect that.
Without the legal.
But I'm ready for a wifey to take back to Australia. I'm probably not going to marry an Australian person.
No.
No, it'll be a foreign person.
Oh, that's good.
I like the idea of like a foreign woman. You get 2 lives pretty much.
Yeah,
you go see their family and friends. Yep. Go to this country, that country.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
So what's the advice you want?
I would like to know, if I go to Toronto for at least 4 weeks, what's my probability chances if I go out a few times? See, I don't want to meet a girl at a nightclub. I want to meet her like in public somewhere, like a restaurant or like a bar or a park or a gym. Anything that's like not like a dirty nightclub at 3 a.m.
No, you wouldn't. Toronto's nightlife is so good that even bars at 5 p.m. or restaurants at 5 p.m. have amazing people in them. They do.
Beautiful.
Amazing people that want to talk and they're intellectual and they want to speak to and have conversation. You probably would. It probably would be like it would be a good chance.
Would it be about 50%?
More, I was going to say like 90% that you'd find someone.
All right, Toronto is now at the top of the bucket list.
You probably
I'm going to go find me a wifey, ladies and gentlemen, and other pronouns watching.
Then we're going to Louisiana.
Then we're going down to Louisiana to eat us some Southern fried chicken, my brother. Anyways, we are 8 minutes now over time. It's been great. The time has flown by. This has been the greatest 38 minutes of my life with the hottest girl in the room.
Love you.
Girl in the room. I love you so much.
Girl in the room.
I love you so much.
Love you too.
This has been amazing. Thanks for coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find all of her socials. She also does OnlyFans if you want to check all that stuff out. She's pretty hot and she's also a great person. You can find her stuff in the description of the link here on YouTube and you'll see everything else on the socials. Carlylawrence, it's been an absolute honor.
Love you.
I love you the most. See you guys.
See you guys. That was good. That thing was the best.